Give Day Tampa Bay 2015, live from the WEDU studios at the Berkman Family Broadcast Center.
Hi, and welcome to Give Day Tampa Bay 2015. My name is Delia Colon, and I'll be your host for the next hour for our day-long event. Give Day Tampa Bay is a 24-hour charitable giving event that supports more than 549 local nonprofits. This effort is led by the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay and the Florida Next Foundation to make it easy for individuals to invest in our community. I'm here personally because I believe in investing in our community and that we can do more together than we can by ourselves. It's important to support the nonprofits who take care of the people in our community. Making a donation is easy. You can just log on to givedaytampabay.org, search for your favorite charity, or choose from our list, which is by category to make it easy for you. When you hit that donate button, you'll just fill out your credit card information and make a secure gift in a matter of minutes. The minimum donation is only $25. If you're at your desk right now at work, it's a great time to just take a break and get that out of the way. While you're doing that, let me introduce our first guest for the hour, Fran Powers of Power Stories. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.
For people who aren't familiar, can you just tell us what Power Stories is and does?
Power Stories is a nonprofit, and our mission is staging true stories to open minds and hearts. So at the core, we're a theater production company, and we put on shows using women and girls primarily that are true stories to open minds and hearts.
How long has Power Stories been around, and can you tell me about the importance of community support? Sometimes it's easy to feel like, my $25 doesn't make a difference, but it really does, right?
$25 is a huge amount of money for us. We've actually been around since the year 2000. And so we've been doing a lot of theater productions and working with a lot of middle school girls. That's our primary age group that we work with. So it costs us $2,000 for every young girl that we serve for our summer program, which is really more a 12-month program. And so we're still $20,000 in need to make sure that we can serve all of our young girls this summer. So $25 really helps.
And one thing that I know about your organization is that our $25, it not only impacts locally, but I know you've been all the way to the White House talking about the power, no pun intended, of what you do. So can you tell me about that experience? That's like unforgettable.
It was, and it's still very clear in my mind. We got notice in 2010 that we were selected to be the National Arts and Humanities Youth Program Award winner. So Power Stories, because of the work that we're doing with young girls, got selected to go to the White House. We got to bring just one young girl with us, just one young girl, and I love being able to tell her parents that your daughter has been selected to go to the White House. So we actually went there, and we were in the East Room of the White House, received the award, and voila.
That's amazing.
Wonderful.
That's amazing. So $25, you could spend it on popcorn at the movies, or you could do something that just reverberates through the nation and beyond. That's incredible. We have a video that explains a little bit more about Power Stories, so let's check that out right now.
Thank you.
La, 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 la.
I thought that it was just going to be about theater and maybe like a little singing and dancing, but not much, and it was just going to be theater and acting. But when I came here, I met a lot of awesome friends, and I learned self-confidence and how to project my voice and not be afraid to be in front of large groups of people, and it's just amazing.
It teaches us about being okay with ourselves and believing in ourselves for whatever we do and wherever we go.
In the future, when I'm preparing to get a job, it will help me with job interviews and getting more confidence in that area.
I know a lot of adult women who aren't confident and who don't know their own voice, who don't feel confident about speaking their desires or even going after their goals. And I think that if we can get our daughters, the young girls, and give them the gifts, of girl stories, give them what they need to be successful and confident, we won't have to worry about that. We'll raise a generation of girls who know their power and who know their voice and how powerful their voice is. And I think that that's what Girl Stories does.
It's a great program, and I would recommend it to anybody. I think it helps build confidence, what Hannah really, really needed, and I think it's going to help her all out through the rest of her life.
When I drop her off at school in the morning, there's a group of girls standing on the sidewalk every morning waiting for this child to get out the car. And I'm like, okay, she has that type of impact. And before coming to Girl Story, I tell you the truth, that was not there.
It was last year when they did their summer performance in July. I couldn't make it the first night, so I was planning on going the second. And when I came home, I found this note attached to my bedroom door from Zoe, and it said, "Dear Mom and Dad, my performance went great. I did not mess up anything. Can't wait for you to see it tonight. We all did really good." Guess what I felt? Free, all caps. Free on the stage. It's a new feeling. I like it. Smiley face. Then a quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams," by Eleanor Roosevelt. Finally, hugs and kisses, Zoe with a heart. So it's one of those moments in life that you really can't replace.
It reminds me of a cocoon, and being in that cocoon, and now with coming and being a part of Girl Story, it's like this butterfly, beautiful butterfly has popped out of there, and it's like she's really been there all the time, but she needed something to give her that drive and that push, and I think this program, I know this program has really done that for her.
Here at Power Stories, I've felt like a sisterhood that I haven't felt anywhere else. Like at school, you know, you have your best friend or whatever, but like here when you walk through the doors, everyone just screams your name, comes and hugs you, and you know, like, how's everything going, and just like you feel so loved and appreciated here, like how you don't feel anywhere else.
It's just like one big family.
It's really one of the best programs I've ever seen for young girls in particular, and I do think that's something nice to see it focusing on girls and their stories and how they weave that into an experience where they share their personal stories. So it's both individual poise and it's also community. Watching the girls interact with each other is very impressive, so I recommend it to anybody, and I have.
We need this in the world, which is love and compassion and truth, and it's all real, it's all authentic, it's not fake love, it's real, and we need that in the world, so that's really important.
This is so cool, especially for girls at such a critical stage in their development to be able to get involved in something like this. I wish this was around when I won't even tell you. But just in the minute or so that we have left, Fran, can you tell me what are some of the biggest needs of Power Stories currently, and how can people find more information?
You can find more information on our website, powerstories.com. Our biggest needs right now are we're always looking for volunteers. We have a few more openings of our summer program for young girls. So we're always looking for young middle school girls who are more interested in leadership than the art theater. And of course, those donations are always extremely helpful. We're always trying to bring in more revenue, more new donors and things like that. So volunteers, box office, we're doing shows now at our theater on Kennedy Boulevard, on Kennedy and Howard. So lots of ways to help.
It is really awesome. If you haven't been, definitely check out, bring your daughters, your sons, your mothers, your fathers to the Power Stories Theater. Thank you so much, Fran Powers, for joining us
today. Thank you so much for all that you do for the community.
It was good to see you again. And as she mentioned, those donations are so important. So go over to givedaytampabay.org. And I don't know if you've been to the website yet today, but I keep hitting refresh, refresh, refresh. And it's so fun to watch those numbers just rise and rise and rise. So let's take a look at that leaderboard right now and see what the total is currently. There are a number of Give Day incentives today and prizes to encourage you to donate. The Shoemaker Loop and Kendrick Arts and Culture Prize will award $2,500 to the nonprofit organization in arts and culture category with the most individual donors. That's my personally favorite category. So give generously to the arts in Tampa Bay and support those nonprofits that improve our quality of life. Just go to givedaytampabay.org. And joining us right now is a representative of one of my favorite arts organizations in all of Tampa Bay, Bob Devin Jones of the Studio at 620 in downtown St. Pete. Thanks for crossing the bridge.
Oh, yes.
So what's going on over at the Studio? I know 620 refers to the address on First Avenue South, but how do you even begin to describe all that happens at the Studio?
Well, you take a wide-angle lens and you focus it on humanity and anything of human endeavor we've done, including with a focus on, food, dance, social justice conversations about problems or polemics in the community or the world and beyond, art, gallery shows, dance, theater.
I know you told me once you don't have an elevator speech, and it's easy to see why. Tell me what the motto is of the Studio, because this is just, everybody loves to hear this.
Well, the answer at the Studio is always yes. We don't put the Kipling if, like if you have this, we can do that, or if you do this, we can do that. The answer is always yes. And we build capacity around that because yes means an opportunity, not only for us to learn, but for artists to learn and earn and have a voice in the community.
And people may not know, but some pretty well-established arts organizations in Tampa Bay actually got their first shot at the Studio. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, and sometimes we were as an incubator, and sometimes we were the place that they went to, and we said yes. One of many, Free Fall Theater Company, which now has a lovely facility in West St. Petersburg, and they're doing very, very well. Your Real Stories, Simple Theater Company. Just any number of organizations that have started with us and have prospered in other places.
That is so great because your $25 or $50 or however much you can afford to give is actually planting a seed that helps grow these larger organizations. Maybe you're on a fixed income, or maybe you're a college student and you think you can't afford to give or it won't make a difference. But when you go to givedaytampabay.org and see just how much synergy there is when we all do our part, whatever you can do, whatever you think is fair, it's really cool to be able to invest in an organization like the Studio. And speaking of that sort of community spirit, can you talk about the importance of collaboration at the Studio?
The importance of collaboration is huge. We, for 6 seasons, collaborated with the Florida Orchestra. We had the conductor of the Cuban Orchestra on our little stage at the Studio at 620. The folks at the Florida Orchestra, Michael Pastrick and company, have been very good. We collaborated with the Morian Arts Center, with Creative Clay, with I could keep on going.
It's every day there's something different. It's like a grab bag or something. My daughter is 3 and she has these little surprise bags where you reach in and you pull something out. That's how the Studio is, but for grown-ups.
But for grown-ups and for little people, that's what Tampa Bay is. You open the bag, reach your hand in, and you pull out something that will astound you, heal you, tickle you. You go, that's good.
A lot of cities are cutting back on their arts funding because you could say it's not a necessity, but I know that you've made a career out of the arts. Can you talk about why it's important as a culture and a society to sustain the arts?
I think it's important for a variety of reasons. Chief among them, it's a nutrition. It's good for the soul, it's good for you mentally, it's good for the community, and it has economic drivers all attached to it. But cultures throughout history, so I'm just talking about known history, are known by those things that have extrapolated from our experience. Like, what was this about? Well, you get the artists or the teachers or the educators. We do a lot of things with education to reflect on why we're here or how we're here and why we should continue to be here. Like this phrase here, give Tampa Bay. So graciously investing vigorously every day in your community.
I like that. And I do like investing in our community because today so much is done online. You can feel like your community is the people you follow on Instagram or whatever.
Or facelift.
Facelift. But the people that we actually are in proximity to, that we live with and see every day, like, they are worth investing in, because if that's not right, then I don't know what's right. Well,
And
Bob,
go ahead.
I was just going to thank you for joining us. And
Certainly.
do you have any closing words?
Well, every day, all of the organizations and Give Tampa Bay speak your name. Speak your name to opening it to opportunity, and that opportunity can be something with health, wellness, social concerns, or art.
Thank you so much for being here, Bob Devin Jones. It's always good to see you.
It's delightful to see you.
All right. It's hopefully not the last time. Okay. Well, while he goes, I guess, back across the bay, unfortunately, let's go to our leaderboard and refresh and see how those donations are pouring in. There are a number of Give Day incentives and prizes to encourage you to donate. The Raymond James Financial Education Prize of $2,500 will be awarded to the nonprofit organization in the education category with the most individual donors. So give generously and help support education in the Tampa Bay area. Go to givedaytampabay.org. And joining me right now is Michael Pastreich. Did I say that right?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. President and CEO of the Florida Orchestra. So this is a real treat. And I know you had to come a long way, all the way a couple blocks over from the Straz, or are you based in St. Pete?
Well, our offices are in St. Pete, but we serve the entire Tampa Bay area. We perform Fridays in Tampa, Saturdays in St. Petersburg, and Sunday in Clearwater.
Now, you guys are everywhere because
Yes.
we did a story recently on the new music director, Michael Francis.
Yes.
And we followed him to a pop-up concert
Mhm.
at International Plaza. And that was a real treat for me, and I know for a lot of passersby who stopped to watch. Can you
Mhm.
tell me a little bit about some of those other things that the orchestra is involved in that we may not know about or may not come to mind?
I think when the Florida Orchestra focuses on what we most try to achieve, it's bringing the Tampa Bay area together as a single community. So when we perform, we think about how do we make it a single place. So that when we have a major partnership with the National Orchestra of Cuba, where we've brought down our musicians there. We've brought their entire orchestra to perform here in Tampa on the day of our presidential election. As Bob Devin Jones just talked about, their music director, when he was conducting us, also led a performance at Studio at 620.
Do you remember your first experience with an orchestra, or did you grow up with music at all?
I grew up with it, yes. My father was in this field, and so my first experiences were of sitting in a chair and having my mother pull me and telling me to sit still.
I think that was all of our first experience.
Yes.
Yeah, my daughter is 3, so we're on that right now. But it's tough to think about something like an orchestra not being there. I think
Mhm.
we just sort of take for granted that it will always be there. But
Mhm.
can you speak to the importance of these community donations so that we can secure this music for generations to come?
Absolutely. And the Florida Orchestra is now one of the most vibrant and innovative orchestras in the country. And I think an example is for your daughter now. We've got our classical kids, where children who are 18 years and under come to the Florida Orchestra for free with a paying adult. And it's a way that we can bring in lots of children, and we can bring in their parents. And now about 10% of our audience for our Masterworks concerts are students.
The Florida Orchestra seems so big, and you perform in these big venues, the
Absolutely.
Mahaffey, the Straz, you do these wonderful outdoor concerts. And it can seem like they don't need my money,
Mhm.
but is that really the case?
Well, I think first, the Florida Orchestra, about a third of our money comes from ticket sales. The rest we have to fundraise for. So it takes a lot of fundraising every day. And I think that's true in the arts. So whether your interest is the Florida Orchestra, or whether it's Studio at 620, or whether it's the Straz, the arts in general are very labor intensive. They're in many ways the strongest driver for people of creative backgrounds and high education backgrounds moving to town. And so supporting all of the arts is probably the best way, the most effective way and direct way to build our community.
Absolutely. And I remember when I spoke with Michael Francis, he said it can seem like it's this elite group, that it's not for everyone, but we are the Florida Orchestra. We are your orchestra. And that includes everybody.
Yeah, I think that the major change we're seeing in the Florida Orchestra with Michael Francis is, in the past, I think we were trying to be a museum curating the masters of the past. And I think Michael's really transforming us as we become a service organization, trying to figure out how do we uniquely service the Tampa Bay area.
Well, is there anything else you would like to mention? Anything coming up that's really particularly exciting that you want people to know about?
I think we've got a wide variety of things coming up, but I'd like to close by just talking about the incredible partnership of the arts in the Tampa Bay area. I mean, the amount of time that Bob Devin-Jones, who was just on, and I spend together, or Liz Sembler, who you're going to be interviewing a little bit later, one of our board members, and the variety of arts that she's involved with. I don't think I've ever been in a place where the different arts organizations partner and communicate and collaborate on this level. I think this is an incredibly fortunate area.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to seeing the orchestra wherever you pop up next.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And so many of us were involved in the arts when we were younger, so it's nice to kind of get back to that. And there are a number of ways to help do that today, and a number of Give Day incentives and prizes to encourage you to donate. The Triad Foundation Youth Development Prize will award $2,500 to the nonprofit organization in the youth development category that operates in Hillsborough County with the most individual donors. Just go to givedaytampabay.org, and right now let's check in with the leaderboard and see how the numbers are looking. Thanks for joining us here on Give Day Tampa Bay. We are well on our way to meeting our goals for all of Tampa Bay's nonprofit organizations. I'm Delia Colon, and I'm joined right now by Georgiana Young, Chief Programming and Marketing Officer for the Straz Center just down the road in downtown Tampa. Thanks so much for being here.
Great. I'm happy to be here.
So an organization like the Straz Center, it's so massive when we go there, and it seems like you don't need my money, but that's not the case necessarily, right?
No, actually, the Straz Center is all about Tampa. The Straz Center is about community, and you may not think a $25 donation would go very far, but we have all of these programs that are subsidized by $25 donations, like a subsidized ticket program that we have. Last year, we gave over 40,000 tickets into the community. $25 goes to subsidize a scholarship program for a student to enjoy summer camps programs. We also send teaching and working artists out into the community. So we may have someone who's visiting from a Broadway show who's going to go out to the firehouse in Ruskin. So all of these programs are subsidized by the Straz, and it's about fundraising efforts like this that help us do what we do.
What does the Straz have coming up that you're really excited about?
Oh my goodness, we do everything from music, comedy, storytelling to major Broadway shows. So, like for instance, we have Beauty and the Beast that's opening tonight at the Straz. And the really wonderful thing about Beauty and the Beast is that it is a fantastic entry point for children to get to know what it is to go to a live performance. Earlier you were talking about what's your first memory of live performance, and mine, I know exactly what I was wearing. My mother was given 2 tickets to the ballet in Jones Hall in Houston, Texas. I wore a pink dress. We sat up way up in the balcony, and that was it. I will never, ever forget that. And those are the kinds of experiences that we want to create for families here in Tampa. We have a tremendous focus on introducing children to the performing arts. And the reason the performing arts are so important is that studies show that kids who are involved in an after-school program in the arts score higher in reading, they score higher in math, and it teaches them life skills that they may not learn somewhere else. Leadership, discipline, teamwork. It really is, the performing arts is a gift that just keeps giving.
That is absolutely true. And I love such a vivid memory. And a lot of kids are going to have that memory for the first time tonight.
They are.
When Beauty and the Beast opens at the Straz. So will you please introduce our very special guest?
Absolutely. Our beautiful Belle in Disney's production of Beauty and the Beast is Jillian Butterfield. And she has the most amazing voice. And with that, I give you Beauty and the Beast.
There's been a change in me, a kind of moving on, though what I used to be, I still depend upon. For now I realize that good can come from bad. That may not make me wise, but oh, it makes me glad. And I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. For now I love the world I see. No change of heart, a change in me. For in my dark despair, I slowly understood my perfect world out there had disappeared for good. But in its place I feel a truer life begin, and it's so good and real. It must come from within, and I never thought I'd leave behind my childhood dreams, but I don't mind. I'm where and who I want to be. No change of heart, a change in me. No change of heart, a change in me.
Oh my gosh, that was gorgeous. So Jillian Butterfield from Beauty and the Beast, thank you so much. And you can catch more of Beauty and the Beast, of course, this week at the Straz Center. And once again with Georgiana Young, are there any closing remarks you have as we encourage folks to give to the Straz on Give Day Tampa Bay?
Well, the Straz, we believe in, we're about to dream, reaching, discovering, creating, and celebrating. And that permeates every program that we do in the center. And so the donation today to us would be to underwrite those programs that we can reach out into all the communities here in Tampa so that more kids can enjoy live performance.
I really can't think of a better cause than the arts, because music like that, it stays with you. You remember, you remember what you had on.
It is
transformative. What you had on decades ago. From just seeing that performance, and it sparks creativity. It's just a great cause, and I thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
There are a number of ways to give, and you can go to givedaytampabay.org for more information. We'll be right back with more Give Day Tampa Bay. There are a number of Give Day incentives and prizes to encourage you to donate. The Shoemaker, Loop, and Kendrick Arts and Culture Prize will award $2,500 to the nonprofit organization in the Arts and Culture category with the most individual donors. So give generously in the Arts and Culture category and support those nonprofits who improve our quality of life. Just go to givedaytampabay.org. And I'm joined right now by the face, I suppose, of Give Day Tampa Bay, Maya Brown of the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay. Have you gotten any sleep lately?
I had about 3 hours. Took a little cat nap, during the middle of the day. But, this is so exciting, and I'm so excited to be here with you all, with WEDU, and doing this broadcast. So thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for being here, and hopefully you can catch up on sleep a little bit later. I know you've been running all over town, and your colleague Wilma Norton just talking up Give Day Tampa Bay.
Yes.
What are some of the key things that we need to understand? If you're not familiar and you're just seeing this hashtag all over your social media feed, what is this all about?
We're trying to really implement that it's important to give where you live, and it's really important to give across the ages. You don't have to be, well and retired and you've already established yourself. That, a minimum donation of $25 is really important, and it services a great need in the community for the nonprofits who, provide the services that we need.
I've been seeing this long list of more than 500 nonprofits,
yes.
Arts, health. Can you talk about some of the other categories of giving?
So we have over 10 categories for Give Day. We have arts and culture, we have health, human services, we have entrepreneurship. We have a couple of the 550 nonprofits in a part of that category. We also have youth development, community improvement. So we have a lot of a wide variety of different nonprofits in those categories.
And besides that warm, fuzzy feeling we're all going to have tonight when our head is on the pillow and we know that we did something good for our community, what are some of the other incentives for donating today?
It's important to realize that, again, it's helping the nonprofits, and it's also in turn helping ourselves. The nonprofit sector is the third largest sector in employment in the nation. education. So not only does it help to, provide services to the people who need them, it also provides employment, a way to earn wages, and it really helps to not, it just helps to re-incentivize why it's important to give.
Well, thank you so much, Maya Brown.
Thank
I'm sure
you.
you're off to your next donation. You're like a superhero.
Yes,
you're just gonna
I'm off to
change
the next
clothes.
one.
I saw you at Channel Side earlier. Well,
Yes.
thanks for taking a few minutes
Thanks
with
for having
us,
me. I
Maya Brown
appreciate
of the
that.
Community Foundation of Tampa Bay, and we are joined right now by two community members and WEDU board members. Bronson Thayer is with us, who's a WEDU board member, and also Liz Sembler, who's the WEDU Board and Corporation for Public Broadcasting Board Chair. And we were just speaking before we came on, and it turns out that I used to tutor your daughter in Spanish. And so to me, that just speaks to this. We keep talking about community, but it really is community because you never know the people that you're in contact with. And it's all one big web. It's all no man is an island and all that kind of stuff. Can the two of you talk a little bit about WEDU in particular? I know that people are familiar with Sesame Street and Downton Abbey, but there's a lot more that goes on that they don't see on air. What are some of those efforts?
You go first, Liz.
Okay. And speaking to the mic,
Sure.
we all want to hear you.
I think that when you think about public media and public television, the idea that we are not a for-profit media conglomerate, that we are here in the community providing services to the community beyond what you see on the air. We're online, we're in the community. We do town hall meetings for issues that are of concern in the community. We work with our nonprofit partners. We have our Be More Awards to recognize nonprofit work in the community. We have this partnership with the Community Foundation to broadcast for Give Day. And we are vital in connecting people in the community to the services they need by shedding a light on some of the critical things that are going on in the community.
Absolutely. And Bronson, why do you choose to get involved on the WEDU board?
Well, I think that WEDU does a fabulous job in outreach. Maya said earlier, give where you live, and we do that in spades. We're hosting this right here in our studio. I'd like to focus on Be More. That is an extremely successful effort to highlight charities that are doing amazing work. And the winner this year of our award was High Risk Hope, which deals with premature babies. They've gone from 0 to 2,500 babies in about 3 years, 2,500 preemies. That's impressive to me.
That's absolutely amazing. And it's fun saying that we work with WEDU or we volunteer with WEDU because everybody has a PBS story. I love PBS. I love PBS. So can you talk about maybe some of your favorite PBS memories, either growing up or with your own children?
When I was a child in elementary school, I came home every day to watch Zoom. Zoom was my PBS connection. And when I was approached, I was pregnant with my fourth child, and I was approached to come on this board in the early 90s. And my kids were watching Barney. That's what got me through the morning, was putting them in front of Barney.
They're still watching Barney, I can tell you. Kids
yes.
still watch
And
Barney.
I just think all of us have that connection to some show, some series, whether, like you said, it's Downton Abbey or something from a long time ago, Upstairs, Downstairs. People just connect. And there's a station in Chicago, it's called WTTW, which stands for Windows to the World. And what public television does, what WEDU does, is it gives people that window to see so much of the world that they may not be exposed to, whether it's concerts, when we do our live from Carnegie Hall, or from other concert venues around the country, and from the arts programming. We show people things they may not have an opportunity to go out and see for themselves, the travel programming, the educational programming that we connect to with our youngsters. It's all there.
It really is. It sparks something, and you may not realize that that's where that desire to travel came from, or that desire to get involved in the arts, but it was a seed planted a long time ago. And Bronson, what about for you? I can see you just like wistfully dreaming of I don't know, your favorite show or something. What's going on?
Well, Liz recalled her youth in Chicago. My youth was in New York. WNET, of course, Sesame Street was a big thing. My wife and I are big public broadcasting fans. I still can't believe that we switched away from the Super Bowl to look at Downton Abbey. And I have divided loyalties on Sundays when we look at the Lightning versus Mr. Selfridge. But it's wonderful television. We call it television worth watching, and it is.
Absolutely. You and a few other million people I heard switched over from the Super Bowl to catch Downton Abbey that Sunday. Well, in closing, is there anything you would want to say to that person? Maybe you're at your desk at work right now, or maybe you're a stay-at-home parent or you work from home and the kids are getting ready to come home. What can you say to get them to just go ahead and give right now, get it out of the way?
We depend on the community to support WEDU. We get some small amount of government funding, but without our community support, without local support, we can't stay on the air. It's just critical to what we do.
Absolutely. Bronson, any closing remarks?
$25. Maya said it. Send $25. It'll keep us going. It's so important.
Absolutely. Well, Bronson Thayer and Liz Sembler, thank you both so much for being here on Give Day Tampa Bay. And there are a number of Give Day incentives once again and prizes to encourage you to donate right now. The Raymond James Financial Education Prize of $2,500 will be awarded to the nonprofit organization in the education category with the most individual donors. So all you Sesame Street fans out there, this is your time to give to that education category. So give generously and help support education in the Tampa Bay area. Just go to givedaytampabay.org, and we'll be right back with more of Give Day Tampa Bay. Okay, I'm back. Dalia Colon here on Give Day Tampa Bay, and there are a number of Give Day incentives and prizes to encourage you to donate. The SunTrust Community Improvement Prize of $1,500 will be awarded to the nonprofit organization in the Community Improvement category with the most individual donors. Just go to givedaytampabay.org, and while you're typing that into your browser there, I would like to introduce Cheryl Bellinger, coordinator of the Arts and Medicine program at Moffitt Cancer Center. Cheryl, thanks for coming over.
Oh, thank you, Dalia. I'm so delighted to be here representing Arts and Medicine and Moffitt.
I had the awesome experience of spending a few days with Arts and Medicine for a story I produced for WEDU Arts Plus. For those of you who are not familiar, give us the Cliff's Notes version of what Arts and Medicine is.
Well, it's a very unique and specialized patient care service, and we're just so blessed that an institution, the quality of the Moffitt, would have a program. It's been there for 17 years, and we provide all sorts of arts modalities for our patients, family, and staff, and it's just delivers an opportunity for them to leave the cancer experience, to get a little bit closer there, okay.
We want to hear all about it.
All righty. To leave the cancer experience behind, and the arts can take them to another place. They also find in the art experiences, the visual arts in particular, their own personal practices oftentimes that become a survivorship tool for them. And we have our patient art featured around the hospital, It's very beautiful. It's become part of the Moffett collection, and in all the boardrooms, and you never know when you're going to see this gorgeous art, even in art gallery for our patient art, with a revolving exhibit there.
And they're so talented. I love how you said leave the cancer experience, because I think those of us even who are fortunate to be healthy just find something so therapeutic and relaxing. I mean, they have adult coloring books now. There's a reason why there's a market for that. We all just need a little escape. And those in particular who are having health challenges, I know, could use an escape. Would you introduce our musical guest and just explain what he does and the service that he brings to the patients at Moffett?
Very happy to do that, Delia. Lloyd Goldstein is one of our musicians in residence, which we have 3 musicians and 3 visual artists, all specially trained to deliver the arts for therapeutic purposes. And Lloyd has a lifetime of experience with music, and so lately has come to be a therapeutic musician. And he's been with us now for about 9 or 10 years, so it's not that recent, but his magnificent skills with the instrument translated to his spirit and his heart of service, which all of our artists, is just innate with them, expresses so beautifully, and provides a gift of music that is quite deeply meaningful to many of our patients.
Well, we want to thank Lloyd for lugging that upright bass all the way to our studios here. And without further ado, here is Lloyd Goldstein. Oh my gosh, Lloyd Goldstein. It's so good to see you again, by the way. But imagine if you were just kind of feeling down or going through a really difficult time and somebody came into your personal hospital room or your personal space and offered you that gift. It's just such an escape. Cheryl Bellinger, that's a little, just tiny sample of what Arts in Medicine does at Moffett. Can you talk a little bit about Moffett in general? I know we all see the signs on the highway every day, but what is actually so special about Moffett Cancer Center?
Well, Moffett is the only Florida-based National Cancer Institute Comprehensive Cancer Center. So there's only 41 in the whole country. So it's very special that we have such a facility here, and we can go locally and get the treatment that's given at Moffett, which is of the highest caliber. Their commitment to research right on site and what they call bench to bed treatment. So we have all cancers are treated there, and including we have a very excellent and successful bone marrow transplant section, and lots of clinical trials, which are very important for folks that are kind of looking around for answers to their concerns, their cancer concerns. And so here we have the best in scientific care, research, medical care, and then also the personalized touch with the arts and integrative medicine, beautiful social work program, and all sorts of patient support programs and groups to help through the cancer challenges.
Absolutely, the challenges and beyond. I know some patients continue with their artistic practices after they have recovered. So I want to thank you so much, Cheryl, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Moffitt Cancer Center is one of the many organizations that you can give to today as part of Give Day Tampa Bay. And there are a number of incentives to give today. There are incentives, there are prizes, there's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get. The Community Foundation of Tampa Bay, in celebration of their 25th year, will split an award of $25,000 between the small and large nonprofit organizations that raise the most money on Give Day. So go to givedaytampabay.org and you can help put your favorite over the top. We'll be right back with more Give Day Tampa Bay. Welcome back to Give Day Tampa Bay. I'm Delia Colon. There are a number of Give Day incentives and prizes to encourage you to donate. Donor Barbara Ann Cole will award prizes of $5,000 each to the organization that raises the most money in each of its categories, which are education, animal services, and veterans. And donor Cy Sperlino has also donated a prize of $2,500 to the environmental organization that raises the most money. Go to givedaytampabay.org. And while you are typing that in right now, I am joined by CJ Crooks of Religious Community Services. Thanks for being here.
Oh, our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
So RCS, if you're cool, right?
Right.
What is RCS? What are you all about?
Well, for almost 50 years, we've been in Pinellas County providing help and hope to people in need who face hunger, homelessness, domestic violence, and clothing needs. So we operate a food bank, a homeless family shelter, RCS Grace House, the Haven of RCS, which is a domestic violence center, and RCS Thrift Store on East Bay Drive in Pinellas County.
Wow. I'm particularly struck by the homeless family shelter because a lot of times it's only for kids or only for women or something like that. Can you talk about a little bit just more about the uniqueness of what your organization does?
Absolutely. So one of the things that does kind of put us into a unique perspective is how much of a diversity of services there are. And with RCS Grace House, it's one of the largest homeless family shelters in Pinellas County. We have 14 apartments, and we let families self-define. So if it's mother and a boyfriend who've been living with the children, we're going to keep that family unit together because that's what's going to be best for the children. So they have to have children. We're sponsored by JWB, Juvenile Welfare Board, and that's one of our major funders for that program. But what it is that we have 8 weeks of emergency shelter to try to get people back on their feet. And over 90% of people who finish the program move on to their own stable housing.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So your $25, your $50, $100 that you give, you're helping somebody, you're changing somebody's life and possibly future generations.
Absolutely. $25 is enough for one person to stay at RCS Grace House.
That's
So,
amazing. You can't
tonight,
stay at a hotel for that. So
Absolutely.
definitely a worthy cause. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Our pleasure.
And
Thank
next to you, right here from Shriners Hospital, we have Lisa Bowie. Nice to see you. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I know we used to work together, but it's been a little while. Tell us what's going on at Shriners. I think we've all heard of Shriners, but if you told me I had to explain what Shriners does, I'm not sure that I could do it.
Shriners is the happiest place on earth next to Disney World. We provide expert orthopedic specialty care for patients regardless of the family's ability to pay, and we're celebrating our 30th anniversary this year.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And what's some of the good work that you do in particular with community donations you receive?
Well, our equipment is very expensive because we are a hospital. We perform very complex spinal surgeries on children, and these things can last sometimes 12 hours, and they're very expensive. So any gift goes to help our patients. We call it Love to the Rescue.
Wow, that's incredible. So several of us, or maybe one very generous person, together we can get spinal care for a child who otherwise, I don't know what would happen to them. That's amazing. Thanks so much for coming out today.
Thank you.
And next to Lisa, we have Angelique Newman of the RNCG Angel Foundation. So first question has to be, what does RNCG stand for?
RNCG actually stands for the RN Cancer Guides Angel Foundation. I'm a very recent breast cancer survivor, having gone through 7 surgeries and 4 months of chemo and losing my mother-in-law at the same time. I was approached by a wonderful oncology nurse who asked me to be a part of her wonderful business, and the business helps to navigate cancer patients and their caregivers through all of the barriers that they overcome, or all the barriers rather that they experience as a cancer patient. And we had so many people coming to us in need who felt that their physicians weren't listening, or who felt like they needed more options or they needed financial assistance, that we decided we needed to start a non-for-profit so that people could help cancer patients in the Bay Area, in their own communities today. And one of the things we always say is that donating to amazing organizations that do research is so imperative. Cancer patients need that. But if you're really looking for that donation to make a difference in your backyard today to a cancer patient that you may know and love, then you can donate to the RNCG Angel Foundation.
Wow, what a great cause. And I think we all know someone who has been touched by cancer if we haven't ourselves. So as a survivor of cancer, what would you say on days like this? It's easy for people to feel like, oh, I'm giving to an organization, I'm giving to a what? But we're actually giving to a whom. So what would you say to people?
You can't be more correct. Unfortunately, I know that cancer at times seems like one of those causes that everybody is working towards. Our foundation is one of the few that can proudly say that 100% of the donations go directly to assisting cancer patients overcoming those barriers, whether they be financial, emotional, with their providers, or even finding caregivers, transportation, clothing, all of those items that cancer patients encounter. And one other thing to note is that cancer is one of the most convoluted medical conditions any patient can go through.
Wow. Well, I hope that today we can all do some good towards
Thank you so much.
Towards the folks affected by cancer. And last but not least, we have Jennifer Johnston of the Franciscan Center. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Yes, the Franciscan Center is an 8-acre retreat center right here on the Hillsborough River. And that retreat center is open to people of all faiths. And donations will allow the retreat center to provide first responder post-trauma training and to welcome all to come in, walk the labyrinth, find their center. And you can learn more about the Franciscan Center at franciscancentertampa.org.
That is awesome. I don't think I knew that was even there. That's absolutely amazing. Where exactly on the Hillsborough River are you located?
So it's on the east side of the Hillsborough River, about 10 minutes from Raymond James Stadium. It is a gorgeous center welcoming folks from all over our community, and we're celebrating our 45th anniversary this fall. So come and see.
Wow, well, congratulations. This is the cool thing about a day like this. There are all these organizations. Some are more high profile than others, but I think we can all find a cause that we want to get behind, and this is the time to do it. Don't let the sun go down before you do this. Just go ahead and do it. You'll have that great feeling that you've helped so many worthy people, so many worthy causes. Maybe you're getting ready to leave work, or you're getting ready to go pick up your kids. Just go ahead and take 5 minutes and just get it done. You won't regret it, right? You will not regret that you did this. So that's going to wrap it up for this hour of Give Day Tampa Bay, but stay tuned for the next hour with Laura McElroy, who will be hosting the next hour of our live program. And be sure to log on, if you haven't yet, to givedaytampabay.org anytime before midnight tonight and make a contribution to your favorite nonprofit organization. You can choose from more than 550 organizations. There's something for everyone, and you'll be supporting those groups who keep the Tampa Bay area healthy and strong. Thanks so much. We'll be right back with more Give Day Tampa Bay.